Do you know what I feel like? I feel like how I feel before I get my bloods done. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Victoria Rose, and on this series I talk about everything it is to be a woman. Today I am going for a womb massage. This is different to a Yoni massage. This is external. It can help you connect to your feminine energy. It can heal past traumas, and it can help with reproduction and fertility issues, as well as endometriosis, which for me has been a big issue in my past, and I'm just going to give it a go. The goal over the next few months is to try everything and anything that might help me connect to my feminine power, to who I am, because I think myself and many people included in this world, we have been taught that this masculine world that we live in is the way that we should be as women. We should be sticking to a schedule and showing up the same every single day, and that doesn't accommodate for who we are. We are creative beings who have a cycle and who have a flow, and when we don't honor that flow and when we don't express the cycle and do what is right for us at the right times within that cycle, we become really out of balance. We can create life. Isn't that absolutely incredible? Yes, a man has something to do with it, but ultimately he gives me one tiny little ingredient and I will grow a living human being. And in today's society, we seem to have forgotten that power. We have forgotten how important it is, and we don't honor it. We give ourselves contraception to mask our hormones, to balance ourselves out and become more male-like, more even, more nuked. It's like antidepressants for our hormones and for who we are and who we are meant to be. And so even though I am utterly and absolutely terrified of this process, because I expect that after the many years of mistreatment and of the hormones that I have been on and the contraception that I have been on, I do not think my body is going to be very happy with me going off these hormones. I don't expect this to be an easy journey, but what I do expect is that if I can come through this and support my body and heal my endometriosis, like naturally, by honoring my body and what I'm meant to be doing and feeling and thinking and behaving and just embracing my power, then I'm going to be a much happier and healthy person. So my mission today is a womb massage. I am a little bit nervous, not so much that it is going to make me uncomfortable. I'm nervous that I'm not going to open up enough to allow the experience to help me. Because with all of these things, you have to not necessarily believe in them, but you have to be willing and open to be vulnerable. And being vulnerable with a complete stranger can be challenging, especially when it comes to our reproductive system, because that, from what I can understand, is where we hold our vulnerability. That is where we hold our shame and guilt and trauma and pain, and opening that up to somebody can be really, oh, I got it! Opening up our vulnerability to a stranger can be really daunting. So that is what I'm here to do today, and I am going to take you with me on the journey. I'm also going to be taking you on any other journey that I go to, and any acupuncture or breath work or diet. I'm going to be exploring all of these things. Okay, I'm really nervous. I'm planning on leaving in like 20 minutes, and I'm nervous, and I don't know why. It is stupid to be nervous. It's a massage. It's nothing overly exciting. But I'm nervous and I feel vulnerable, and I can feel the tightening already happening inside of me, and I'm just tight and nervous, and I don't want to do it, and I feel icky and yucky, like I'm going to the doctors. I'm not going to the doctors. I'm going to a beautiful, supportive, nurturing woman who is going to help me connect to my womb, and probably, maybe because I haven't connected to my womb in as long as I can remember, maybe now I'm a bit scared to connect to my womb because it might be very upset with me, and you don't want to connect with, things that are upset with you. And so I feel very nervous and a little bit lightheaded. Do you know what I feel like? I feel like how I feel before I get my bloods done. That real kind of, please don't make me do it kind of situation. Okay, I did not realize it was such a beautiful day outside, and I am really regretting my choice of Ugg boots, but I figured that I'm just walking in, taking my shoes off anyway, so why bother wearing shoes? But then I left my house and it's just this glorious, beautiful day, and I feel like I'm dressed like an Eskimo. Also, completely doesn't matter what shoes I'm wearing. Why? Why is my brain doing this? Because it doesn't want to go. Okay, I've arrived. I had some pains whilst I was driving, and it felt like my Marina was like tugging on the inside of me, like trying to escape. But I'm here and I'm about to go in. Let's see how this goes.
Have you gone through the Western system much?
Yes, I was gaslit. Yeah, I've had 2 endometriosis surgery, like laparoscopies. I was on the pill. I've had the bar in where I single-handedly funded Tampax because I just bled for the whole year. Then I got really, really bad to the point where I was throwing up 5 times a week with morning sickness, and then they were telling me I was bulimic, and I'm like, I promise, I'm really happy with my body. And then was put on the Marina, which helped a lot. But then also had the pill as well because the Marina itself didn't just work by itself.
Oh my goodness, so it's every contraception is what you're onto.
Yeah, so I had the Marina and the pill, which made me a little bit unstable.
Yeah.
Like I'd see puppies and be really sad because one day that puppy would grow up and then the parents wouldn't love it anymore and it was just going to be left alone, and the kids would grow up and go to college and then nobody would love the puppy. Then I came off the pill and was on the Marina for a while, and I replaced it with the injection. Which was probably the 2 best years of my life, where I was functioning as a normal human in society, band-aided human, but functioning. And then 6 months ago I stopped with that because the side effects are absolutely horrific, long-term. And I wanted it out of my system so I can have a baby. Which is super weird to say out loud because babies are gross.
Oh, that's really exciting, your journey.
Yeah.
Well done for doing it, and
Thanks.
really trying the best to get a holistic approach and do it properly. Throughout the massage, really focus on your breath and like let your intention just be to like soften as much as you can. You know, because if there's that resistance there's probably something there that doesn't want to be looked at. Some sort of like, you know, softening into that area within you is probably going to bring something quite big, you know? So it's like,
this is ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous.
I haven't even started yet.
It shows that there's something there, which is like really beautiful and a really big step on your journey.
I'm not even a pretty crier.
The rawness is beautiful, you know? It's so important. What would you say your relationship is like to your feminine energy?
Suppressive, oppressive. We live in a masculine world, and I think I've spent a very, very long time trying to live in it like that, not realizing that I can literally create life. That's so much more important than being able to keep to a schedule. So not very good. I definitely like being wifey. But even the concept of being wifey is a masculine concept.
Right. Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. So yeah, feminine power. I don't think I have any clue yet.
I know a lot of people don't have that in their family. Like a lot of the women are very masculine or just not in their feminine power. So it's like we're also kind of walking blindedly on this path of feminine reclamation. We don't really know what it's going to look like yet. We don't have that like role model really to look up to. We're kind of just experimenting with it. So what is your intention? Like, you know, we've spoken about relaxing and connecting, but is there anything you'd like to really refine in your intention?
I'd like anything that I'm storing in my womb to come up and out so that it doesn't need to be there anymore. I want to be able to physically relax so that it doesn't cause so much hurt and pain for all the things that a tightness causes, and just sort of let it know it's supported and loved and it's okay to be feminine and that it can start helping me be more feminine, and to make a nice pre-home for a baby.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Great intention.
Yeah.
Okay, all done. That was really, really interesting. It was nurturing and safe, and I had a few moments where I cried a little bit just when she was getting really close to my womb. Some of it was a little bit painful, but overall it wasn't actually like a painful experience. She started with my back. There's a point between my shoulder blades that is connected to grief, and actually that's a place that I have been finding over the last 6 months or so that keeps popping up and keeps hurting often and feeling tight and feeling like that moment before you get cracked, like that real like, oh, it needs to be cracked, it needs to move. And she worked through that, which was really cool. Then she massaged my glutes, then under my rib cage, which was extremely uncomfortable. A lot of stuff moving there, which is very much linked to where I have a lot of stabbing pains that are cyclical. It's definitely something that is energetically linked to my hormones, to all of this stuff, because when she was massaging under there was a lot going on. It sounded like gurgling under my rib cage. Like I could feel this like pocket of air under my rib cage just moving. Then she moved into like my stomach and then down to my womb, where I got a little bit emotional really quickly, cried for like 10 seconds and then stopped, and I was fine again. And then she wrapped me up, and she did this wrap and moved my body a lot with it, and it's about like being in a cocoon and the rebirth and bringing your energy back into yourself. It's something that's used for postpartum, because when you have a child, all of your energy is dispersed everywhere. You've literally created a human life and then bloop, dispersed your energy all over the place. So this is about like bringing yourself back into you, and I do feel more grounded, more comfortable, more myself. I had a strange craving for ceremonial cacao, which my friend made once for me, and all I could think about it from the time she got onto my belly was this cacao. So she sent me home with some, which is so good, and I'm gonna go home and make that and just feel nourished and warm and safe. Okay, a bit of an update on the womb massage. So I felt quite tender after. I explained it to Adam as being an overripe tomato that had just been a little bit squished. She was extremely gentle through the whole process, so I wasn't hurt like a normal massage, but I did feel like that toxic buildup inside of my body, and I just felt a bit vulnerable and a bit yucky and a bit wanting to be sort of in my own space and in my own bubble and to just be like left alone. So I made the chocolate cacao and it was a disaster. The milk got a skin to it and it was lumpy and the chocolate didn't melt well, and I'm gonna have to go to my friends and work out how she makes it, because whatever I did just destroyed it. It's been a few days since then and I have gone to the toilet like twice a day.
it's been a lot. It's been a lot of, I think, clearing out, and there's also been a lot of gurgling noises in my stomach, a lot of movement, a lot of like feeling of trapped gas and things just kind of shifting inside of me. And I think that that has a lot to do with the fact that she massaged like my small intestines and all of my internal organs and sort of got them moving and rebooted them and aligned the chi and all the other things that I'm not so familiar with, but ultimately it made things work very, very well. And I am feeling a bit lighter and a bit like everything's just moving a little bit better inside of me. I'm not bloating as quickly. I had the womb massage on Monday and today is Thursday, and I'm feeling a little bit low today, hence my dressing gown. I'm just feeling really insular and sad. I'm really not sure why. I would assume that it's hormonal because I don't have anything particularly to be sad about today, but I do just feel just down, and I want to cuddle, and I don't really want to talk. I want to be left alone, and I don't actually crave any unhealthy foods, which is great. That can sometimes happen when you're feeling hormonal, but I definitely want warm, nourishing, whole foods. I feel like soups and stews and that type of comfort food. I had a bit of pineapple and watermelon before and it did not agree with me. It just felt cold and summery, and I don't feel like that. I don't feel like fresh and summer. I feel like cold and winter. And it's not actually a very cold day. It's more of how my mood is. So I think that now that my stomach physically has adjusted, realigned, and I'm sort of coming out the other side of that physically, I'm also experiencing some of the emotional implications too, that I am now just trying to come back into myself again and feel a bit nourished and nurtured. So I'm going to take it easy today and not do anything too physical, well, until I go to Irish dancing and burn like 1,000 calories. But up until that point, I'm going to take it easy and do nothing that's too physical and just keep sitting with myself and like honoring the feelings that I'm having about wanting to just feel close and tight and nourished and nurtured. And I might make some pea and ham soup, although that would require enough motivation to get up, go into the kitchen and make pea and ham soup. I'm sure I'll do it fine. Yeah, so that's my little update on the womb massage. If it's something that you are interested in, I would still highly, highly recommend it. Just make sure that you've got the space after to come into yourself and go through any emotional or physical changes that might come from it. Well, thank you for watching, and please like, follow and subscribe for more content. I will be sharing all of my experiences on my journey and everything to do with endometriosis and fertility, what it is to be a woman, and all the emotional, physical, hormonal, chemical, all the things that go along with that. So if that's something you're interested in, please hit the subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video.